Hello,
Hi,
how are you doing today?
I'm happy.
Very good. Welcome to your IELTS speaking test. My name is Teacher Lopez. Can you please introduce yourself?
My name is Bảo Nhi. You can call me Nhi. I learn in Bisco Smart City, and some of my hobbies is playing basketball, watching film, um, playing badminton, and reading books. And my favorite subject is math.
All right. Now let's begin with part one of your test. Let's talk about being patient. How do you or what do you do while you're waiting for something? For example, waiting for a train, a bus, or even at the airport waiting to catch a plane.
While I'm waiting for bus, I am scrolling TikTok, reading book, or doing something silly.
All right. And have you ever lost your patience while waiting for something? Why or why not?
To be honest, I um, lost my patience while I am waiting. I was waiting for my mom. She was delayed because of the traffic, so I was waiting for almost an hour and I lost my patience.
Okay. And what did you do when she came? What happened? How did you
Um,
react?
at first, I'm uh, not calm, but then I calm down.
All right. Now, are you generally a patient person or sometimes?
Mm, I think I'm not the patient person because I usually angry while waiting for something.
All right. And are people in your country generally patient? Why or why not?
In my opinion, I don't think Vietnamese people are patient person because when I make a line, some people cut in line, and when it's traffic congestion, people just honk the horns.
Amazing. All right, let's move to part two of your speaking test. Now I'm going to give you a speaking card. Look at the question, and you have 1 minute to take down notes, and you have 1 to 2 minutes to speak on the topic. All right? So your time starts now. Now you can start speaking.
Um, the tablet is the interesting object of my family. Um, this tablet came from Australia. In one time, my grandparents went to Australia, and my family kept it for 10 years. And my family think it is an interesting object because it's from my grandmother, and it has interesting game, and it helped me to learn English. Uh,
All right, let's move to part three. All right, taking a cue of the previous topic, talking about history and um, the value of the past. Let me ask you this question: why do you think people like to keep things that remind them of the past?
um, from my viewpoint, I think people like to keep objects because when they see it, it can remind them uh, the moments, the happy moments of them with someone.
All right, that makes sense. So now let's talk about another subject. Do you think that all historic buildings should be preserved?
Um, I think all old buildings should be preserved because it's a symbol of a country, and it helps us learn about the history and how people lived in the past.
All right, and would you say that objects made in the past are better than the modern ones?
I don't think so because the the object in the past can is not new like a modern one. The modern one can have um, more um,
More value or more durability?
just like
All right, and let's talk about museums. Um, what type of museums do you have in your country?
my country have so many type of museum such as historical museum.
All right, and have you ever been to one before? How was the experience like?
I have been to a historical museum. Um, this museum is huge, and I go. I went to it last year. It helped me learn a lot of about the past through photos um, and so many objects.
All right, and do you think museums are the best way of teaching people about the past?
I think museum is the best way to teach people about the past because people can feel it is interesting, and when people go in the museum, people can touch the objects.
All right, and how do you think museums can be attractive to people in the future?
If the museum wants uh, attract people, um, they can use technology such as audio or television. They can make ad or they can upgrade their museum to a better one.
So let me just ask this last question. The last time you went to the museum, who did you go with?
The last time that I went to the museum, I came with my class. It was fun because I have so many experience and so memorable.
Memories. Okay, that's the end of your speaking test. Nice job.